loving oneself. Self-love is an extremely, it's something that's just, words can't describe self-love. Self-love describes self-love. If you feel the vibration within self-love, it's very powerful, self-love. And it's those who can't believe in this, it's hard to understand vibration. It's hard to understand the power of self-love. Self-love is a magical journey, and it's not easy for a lot of people. In fact, who knows, maybe some people go through many different cycles or many different experiences to understand and comprehend the calculation of self-love. Self-love isn't just something that can be like that, it can't be something, maybe it can be for some people, but for many, the truth of self-love is it's actually just awareness, and awareness of everything that's taking that self-love away from us. So when we start to understand and start to predict that everything outside of ourselves we don't have control over, we don't have control over what's going on outside of ourselves. And once we can start to breathe in this present moment, starting to link the breath to the reality that we're in, starting to bring attention to our breath and starting to focus on the reality that we're in. Now, for many of us, that won't make any sense, or it sounds crazy. But what I'm talking about here is the breath is something physical. It's something physical that actually is coming from the essence of our existence. And when we can come back to basics and understand that everything outside of ourselves is out of our control. We don't have control of what's going on outside of ourselves. But what we do have control is what's happening within our present moment and our point of attention. Once we can start to focus our point of attention on our breath, we can actually start to formulate a sense of self-truth. And with this self-truth, we can start to understand what is taking away from us in general. What's taking from us? What's making us feel bad? What's making us feel upset? What's making us feel angry? What's making us feel frustrated? What's making us feel disappointed? What's making us feel anxious? What's making us feel, upset in general? Using any point of attention as a base, as an anchor, we don't drift off anymore. We don't lose ourselves. We don't get angry. We don't get upset. We don't get stressed. We don't get worried. We don't get frustrated. What we do get is we get pissed off, and what we do get is we get a sense of maybe a sense of strength, because when we're pissed off, reality speaking, look at the world around us. The world around us is out there to take away our innocence. It's out there to take away our truth. So we should be pissed off about it. But we don't need to get angry. We don't need to get frustrated. And using the breath, or just using any sense of point of attention, it can be just a sense of, it can be any point of attention. And a point of attention is just a sense of an anchor within ourselves, something that we can always come back to, something that we can always use maybe as a sense of determination, or a sense of fight, or a sense of, inner strength. We need to anchor to not only to our heart, but when we can bring an anchor somewhere to our heart, and when we lose ourselves, we can bring ourselves back, then we can start to understand and comprehend, bringing back to the breath, starting to bring attention to the breath. And this will take time, but any anchor is a good place to start. If some people, everyone's different, and everyone has their own unique way to bring themselves back to themselves, because this world is always out there to distract ourselves from our own self-love. Because when we're with ourselves, when we're with our true originality, we're at harmony with with the essence of our own creation.